What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys what I believe is the best under center offensive scheme in Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications. So like I just told you guys, I believe this is one of the best under center formations in Madden 22. And honestly, it's been really good for years. And I am talking about this far tight slots. Now, I am inside of the West Coast Playbook. Again, I'm inside the West Coast Playbook. Now, the only bad thing is that you actually cannot get this in a custom. Now, me personally, I don't use customs, but I have a lot of people that comment and ask me about, particular formations, if they're available in customs or not. And I know for a fact this one isn't, because it's only found in the West Coast Playbook. So anyways, this formation is just really, really nice. There's a lot of things you can do out of it. Now, as far as personnel goes, you just really want your best two receivers. I mean, it's just that simple. And you just want two good running backs. Obviously, they don't need to be, just running backs, just sub in a running back right here, because normally it's going to be a fullback, and that's all you need to do is just sub in a running back right there. So with this formation, there's a lot of unique things about it as far as plays goes. But first thing I kind of want to do is just show you the two run plays. So just halfback dive, fullback dive, because those are actually the only two. But the unique about I'll get into that in a second here, but so I want to show you the two run plays, and I also want to show you flats. Now, I probably will do a part two, because there's a lot of other plays I really love in this. For example, I really love the X spot. I really love this curls play right here, because there's actually a nice cover two beater out of this with the curl setup. And also, I really love this Z corner X cross, just because of that backside in route by the tight end. There's a lot of things we can do in motion and use different things. So I'll get into that probably in a part two. So I really, really love this formation, to be real with you guys. So I'm actually going to come out in flats because that's actually the passing play that I'll showcase in this part one. So as far as defense, what you're normally going to see is 3-3-5 wide versus this formation. You're either going to see that, or you're going to see some variation of 3-4 odd. But I'm just going to kind of show you guys 3-3-5 wide. Now, I actually got a common safety right here. So actually, I'll go put Redmond in. Most people will use a Redmond. I think he's faster. And now I do have garbage defensive line right here, so I can have a tiny bit of time to throw the ball. But I do have some good players on the outside just for those zone coverages. So when I show you guys zones, that's most likely what you're going to see when you actually load up into game. So a couple things I will do actually is just go ahead and take out King. We'll put Stokes on the outside, and we'll actually put King here in the slot, which this is probably how most people will run their 3-3-5 wide. If they don't do the the 3-3-5 normal to wide combo, some people will just come out 3-3-5 wide, so that's why I'm showcasing that. So let's actually talk this cover three, and then I'm going to show you guys the other cover shells and everything. So inside of this formation, first and foremost, what I want to show is that you're going to get a lot of Mike Blitz zero, honestly. So this is what you're going to get most of the time, and I want to talk about this directly towards the end, but I want to show it versus the run, honestly. So I'm going to leave my cursor right here, but first run I like is halfback dive. Now, obviously, of course, what you want to do is make sure you're IDing this guy, because most of the time, this is going to be the user. Now, I'm going to try to simulate the user right here. Most people will probably just run it just like this. And what they're going to do is try to come down. A lot of times, they're going to get blocked. And also, keep in mind that I actually was not controlling the running back whatsoever. But I kind of want to just show you guys exactly what you'll do. So, most of the time, what the users are going to do is they're going to try to shoot straight down in that gap right here. So, what you want to do is actually take this ball and just try to either, truck stick or something, or cut it up, or you can try to hit this hole out here, which I'll try to actually show you guys that. Now that was just out of just one random run play. So let me go back to Mike Blitz zero. I'm gonna leave the cursor right here so I can try to simulate what you're gonna do as a user. So like I said, a lot of times you just want to kind of follow on the left side. Normally that's where it's going to be open, but of course it all depends on if they're sliding their line, what they're doing. Some people may slide their line this way, some people may stand here, some people may slide their line that way. So it's kind of hard to tell, so that's why I'm just kind of leaving everything in the middle. But I do want to show you fullback dive as well, because honestly, you just want to rotate, because what's going to happen is the blocking is going to change a lot of the times, and you're just basically looking for the hole. Now, this is if you want to run the ball, which I recommend you want to do. You want to kind of establish like, hey, I can run the ball. But what I was trying to explain to you is that a lot of times this hole will be open, but sometimes practice mode, they don't let you have the best control. You see, I was trying to go that way, but I got caught up on nobody. I literally can't tell you what happened there, but anyways, I don't want to keep beating that into your head, but you get the idea, you get the gist of it. Now, other things you want to make sure you do if you're running the ball, utilize these motions, because a lot of times motions are going to be really great. Just you see that time we actually did get some nice running lays. Now that's because they're in zone coverage, and that's why I said I want to talk about zone, I want to talk about man, I want to talk about my favorite setups, but I want to make sure you guys understand to utilize these motions, because they are really important inside of this offense. So anyways, you guys know how to run the ball. So anyways, passing concepts, right? So we got cover three right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spy. I'm gonna go ahead and spy 2 people just so I can have a little bit of time in the pocket. But I don't need much time. But basically, for this first setup, I like to take X, put him on a streak. I like to take square, put him on a hitch route, and then from right here, I like to take this crosser right here and actually motion snap it. So I want to motion it and then snap it right where number 12 is. So I motion and I want to snap it right about there, and it's going to allow that route to get ran a lot deeper. As you can tell, now we get an easy pass lead. Now it's almost like that crosser route out of trips tight end, you know, the PA crossers. We almost have that style. And the reason that this motion over is good is because what's going to happen is it's going to push that hook curl. Well, that hook zone is going to push that hook zone back. You see, he has to respect that. He has to play that. It's literally right in front of his face. And if we snap it normal, then he doesn't really have to play it that hard. So this is really going to open up this hitch route, because this flat route is going to pull anything outside. So a lot of times you can have this throw right here. And if the user wants to stay on this side, right, so we'll just throw it right here. And if the user is on this hook curl right here, then look what happens. So he has to come play this. And if he goes and play that, right, then we'll just hit this throw right here. Now, if he zone drops, then basically we'll hit this right here, because then this purple, because this is a purple, this purple will be up here, and we'll throw it that way. And if they play double Mabel, I'll probably talk about that in part 2, like some combos that I love to just mess with double Mabels. But that's my favorite thing to do. Actually, that setup that I just gave you, it really helps to kind of see exactly what they're doing on defense. So again, that setup is X on a streak, square on a hitch, and you want to take circle, you want to motion him and then snap it right when he passes him up like this. And what you're going to be able to tell is that circle is just, again, just going to get literally wide open. So they're literally going to have to zone drop against that. But one thing I do want to actually go back and show you is actually this vertical hook, because this vertical hook actually does play this hitch really, really well. You can tell right here, he actually does not get brought back with this route right here. But you can still throw this, you know, you just have to throw it right now. Like, I have to throw this ball right now. You have to low ball it. But that is a scary, but I'll show you that, because I know you might be thinking, bro, that's obviously a pick. But I'll show you, like, if you really want that, you could throw that, honestly. I probably wouldn't, to be real with you guys, because I don't like playing around with EA, because that's all you're doing at that point. So then we're going to go and snap the ball right here, and then basically you can tell we could throw that, but you want to low ball that, because they almost will never give that person a pick unless they have acrobat. If they have an acrobat or like a, you know, any kind of ability, don't do that, all right, because you will throw a pick. But that's normally not the read you make. And in part 2, like I said, I'll show you how we won't play touchdown cover 2 anyways. Also, this play does beat cover 3, so I forgot to show you guys that. So you actually do have a 1-play touchdown against cover 3 if they want to run cover 3 and they do not deep half their corner. So what you'll do is take circle, put them on an out route. Your smart route is out route. You want to take square, put them on a streak, and then you want to take circle right here. Oh, and also you can take X, put them on a curl if you want to kind of hold the user in the middle. That's what I would probably do, just so they don't actually go run with our square route. So you want to go ahead and motion him, and then you want to snap him just like we were doing the other play. And what you're going to be able to notice is that we will literally have a wide open cover 3 beater, honestly, for the 1-play touchdown. So we have a 1-play touchdown to that side, and also we can bomb the other side, because, you know, cover 3 is just, it's just bomb city against cover 3. That's why most people don't run cover 3. And the reason that this concept works is because this out route, whenever they updated the game, I forgot how long ago, they made it to where the cornerbacks really like stay on the outside of the receiver. And so what that does is, you see how they're in sync right here? That's basically going to push them to the sideline. And this streak, since this safety is actually on the opposite side, you'll have this. Now, if the safety is on the correct side, like this side, then I'll actually show you what that looks like right now. So if you pay attention, you see how the third is on this side. Normally that's how cover 3 is in this particular formation. So you'll always have that bomb. But if they have their third to the other side, so basically they have this, I see how this guy flips, because all I did was flip the defense. So if they have it like this, then I want to show you exactly, you know, how that looks. So if they have it to the correct side, you're actually not going to be able to have this cover 3 bomb open. Let me go ahead and show you that. So it's actually not, so he does get the glitch, but you could tell that like now it's actually up to EA, and they are not going to let you get that. So you might be thinking, okay, bro, so that's the answer, right? So if I'm on defense, well, if my opponent's on defense, then all they have to do is, you know, do something like this and just rotate their coverage, right, to keep their strong player, you know, strong corner on the 2 receiver side, and they can just do something like this, right? So let me show you what you can do to combat that. So you can actually cover 3, you can actually bomb cover 3 to the other side of the field. So what I like to do is take circle, put them on a streak. Now that streak is not necessary, it just makes this route get open a lot faster. And also in practice mode, they're going to kind of make them bump into each other. I don't find that happening much in game, but for the rest of the setup, you want to take X. I like to put them on an in route just like this, and then block my running back. And you can either block your running back right here, or you can leave him on a swing route. If you leave him on a swing route, it actually opens up that in route to where if you need to like actually throw the ball somewhere, you can actually have somewhere to throw it. But from this, you just actually want to take this guy and motion him off. Now, I'm actually going to back off the cornerbacks just to kind of show you, you know, like, hey, what happens if they back off cornerbacks, you know. So I'm going to back off. And you're going to be able to notice that we'll have square as long as we get enough time in the pocket, because you need time, but you'll be able to tell right there that we actually have that open. I actually threw the ball a little too late, I believe, but I want to go back and replay and just kind of show you exactly what's going to get open and how it gets open. So basically what you want to do is you actually want to double team the end and you want to create time. So what's going to happen is we're actually glitching out this third right here. So you can tell you basically want to throw this ball up in here. I've really got a bad pass lead. You can tell I'm already throwing. That's literally clearly wide open. Remember, we had this guy backed off, so you can tell he definitely does get glitched out. And the reason that we keep this streak is because it's going to hold this middle third. So you see how he can't like go over here to play it because he has to respect the streak, because the streak is ran in his area. So that's what's going to open up this easy throw, which I'll show you. You can definitely make that throw. I just got a terrible pass lead on that. So let me kind of recreate the defense that I just gave you guys. And also you can run this normal. So like if they have their cover 3 normal, then don't worry about it. You can still do the same exact beater. So I will show you that too also as well. And then there's still a couple other setups I want to show you guys. So man, got a lot for you guys. And like I said, this is actually a really good offensive formation. The only thing you have to worry about is man coverage, which I promise we're going to get to at the end of the video. But make sure you do motion this guy out right here. And then let's go and snap the ball so I can show you. Hopefully I get time in the pocket, because they be going crazy a lot of times. But what I was trying to explain, I'm getting a terrible pass lead. You see how it says out of range? I'm going to try one more time. After that, I'm going to move on. You may have to just bullet it towards the sideline, because I was trying to pass lead it up into that little area, but you may just have to throw a hard pass lead to the sideline to get it open, because it's definitely open, 1000% open. It's just you got to know how to throw it. Well, not know how, but you got to throw it the right way. So take circle, put them on a streak. I like to take X, put them on the in route, block your running back. And I like motion them over because I believe you actually need to create enough time to actually glitch out that third. Hopefully, so yeah, let me see. So you might have to angle this ball. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. So you have to angle that ball all the way hard, right? So when you throw the ball, throw it, you know, hard that way. So I'll show you on the replay, because you're probably like, well, I don't even know what that means. But anyways, let's go stop the ball. So what I was trying to explain to you guys is that you want to throw the ball hard this way. So you just want to throw it, you know, tilt your analog stick as far as you can to the right, and then just, you know, bomb it over here. Don't try to do what I was doing and throw it like up the field, like up here. Don't try to do that, because they're actually going to let him make the play on it apparently. So just throw it out here, and then you'll be able to, you know, get over the top of that cornerback's head for a one-play touchdown. Now, last time showing, I want to show you that the third, the middle third can actually still get glitched out from this setup. So let's take circle, put them on a streak, motion them out, X on the in route, block our running back, go and snap the ball so I can show you guys right here. And what you're going to be able to tell is that, yes, you know, you see we can still glitch them out. So it doesn't matter where they have that third at. This setup will actually let you bomb cover 3 regardless. Now, I believe all they have to do is put a deep half on there, and then that actually will get taken away. So that's actually my favorite play to honestly run. So another setup that I really like is take an X, put them on a streak, take square, put them on a slant, and then you guys know this basic setup, but it's still just one of those basic setups that's just really good, you know, because you're just going to have a lot open. You see square is going to get open, and we also can have circle, and that's going to stay true no matter what coverage that they're playing. At some point you're going to have square, at some point you're going to have square or that crosser, excuse me. So another thing that I like to do, let me show you versus cover 2. See right here. Another thing I like to do is actually playmaker square on a slant. So what I would do is take them, motion them across. Then we'll actually you want to make sure you block your running back actually. So what you do is come this way, and then you grab him, playmaker him up, and then you'd actually playmaker him just like that. Now that's actually one thing that I really love to do. So if my opponent is doing a lot of funny business, so basically for that setup, all I did was just block my running back right here, and I put him on a slant, and I put him on a streak, right? So basically what's going on is that we know this crosser is going to get open. Now if they were zone dropping, then we'd make that read between this cornerback right here. You see he's down low, so if he was up high, then what, we throw it down low. So you still make that combo read. So if the user, what you're expecting the user is to be somewhere over here, right? So the reason you want to block your running back is because if you leave your running back on a flat route, when you try to playmaker, it's going to grab the flat route, because it always playmakers the closest person. So in this scenario, we want to playmaker that slant. So what we're going to do is just, you know, wait till the slant gets on the sideline. Now up here I got a fortunate, but you want to just kind of playmaker up. Now you want to do that based on what they're doing. Sometimes if they're doing funny stuff with their coverages, playing certain zone drops, then you can actually get a nice play like that. So that's another one of my setups. Now, another one I like too is taking X, putting them on a streak. I like taking square, putting them on an in route. Well, out route, excuse me. Smart route is out route. And what I like to do here is actually take this guy and motion him across. Now we have a nice little concept going here where we're basically putting the user in the middle of the field and we're reading off the user. You can tell square can get open if we lowballed it, and also we're always going to have that crosser open. So, and that setup right there actually really gives match coverage a lot of problems too. So again, that's X on the streak, square on the out route, smart route is out route. And then you actually want to take them and just motion them across. And like I said, it's just basically just a basic read. And like I said, you can have square just because of route concept. You just want to be able to lowball it, and you're just basically keeping the user in the middle and you're reading the outside. So that's how I really love with those plays right there. You will kill zone coverages, I promise you. So what your opponent's gonna have to start doing is saying, okay, listen, you want to sit there and pick my zones apart? I'm actually going to come play man. You know, I'm just going to man blitz you all game. I'm going to go ahead and press. I'm going to shade over the top. And I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to give you hell. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll slide their line this way. They may crash them up like this so they can grab the center. And then they'll try to just blitz just like this and take their user. And, you know, they're basically going to lurk right up in here, right? So for this style of defense, what I like to do, first of all, try running the ball, you know. Always try running the ball. But if you want to pass and you want to use this play, what I would suggest is do a test route. So this is my test setup to see, are they blitzing, you know, the house? You know, are they playing truly man across, or are they playing man with purple? So what I would do is take X, put them on the in route. Smart route is in route. I would take square, go ahead and motion them across. And then normally I would run it just like this. And the reason I use this to see is, okay, are they playing man coverage all the way across the board, or are they taking those outside linebackers, dropping them purples? Okay, what are they doing? So basically, you'd want to just make a quick read. You tell, you can make that read, or you can make the crosser read. It all just depends on what the user's doing. But what that's going to do is just allow you to understand if they're blitzing you, like, you know, all out or not. So essentially, you can tell right here, nobody gets instant pressure. So what that tells you is that, okay, hey, he's just playing true man coverage with no purple. So everybody's manned up across the board, there's no purple. So with this setup, basically we would make a simple read between this in route or this crosser, because both of those are going to be man killers. So basically what the user would do is, a lot of times they're going to leave you this in route, a lot of times, because they're actually going to take their user, they're going to do a little circle pattern right here, and then they're actually going to peel off and actually cover this right here. And what's going to happen is that we'll have this throw right here that's going to be wide open to where you can actually make a quick read. So it's going to be a boom boom. And the reason you leave those running backs on the flat routes, because it's going to easily be able to tell what they're doing because of how they're playing. So you see how you can tell that they actually run to them. That lets you know, like, hey, okay, he's actually playing man coverage, right? So let's actually continue this a little further. So let's actually slide our line again, spy this guy, because remember, this is the user, right? This is going to be the user. So another thing that you will realize too is kind of watch the difference, right? So let's say we put purples out there, because a lot of people will play this style of man coverage, right? So take X, put them on an in route, smart route is in route. We're going to take this guy right here and just kind of motion him out. And basically what you're going to be able to tell is, okay, I only see 3 people rushing me, cool. So what I can do is actually load up and actually try the bomb, you know. And like, that's Eric Stokes out there, I believe. And now they're about the same speed, so that should tell you that this is definitely a speed route. So your first look should always be at the line, right? So when you get these kind of looks, see how many people are blitzing. You know, don't get scared just because they're lined up and you think they're blitzing and you see the play art is like Mike Blitzer, you're like, oh, they're blitzing the house at me. Just look, you know. So what you're gonna be able to notice, if I look at the line real quick, I see, okay, 3 people. Okay, cool. So that means he's dropping purples, right? So that means I should technically have a little time to make a read, right? So you can tell right here, of course, I mean, the crosser, if it's literally that wide open, take it. But most of the time their purples are going to be somewhere up here. You know, a lot of times they're going to play purples. So basically what you'd be looking to hit is actually this in route right here, or you'll be looking up top. That's why you'll have a 1-2 read. So a lot of times the user is normally going to kind of be here a lot of times, or they're going to kind of help on the crosser if they don't have their purples right. And that's why you actually want to load up and you want to throw this ball out here. Don't be tempted to throw this ball up here, or you will throw a pick. You want to throw him open, so you want to throw him to the sideline, which I'll show you that here one more time. And sorry this video is kind of long. I hope you guys really are finding a lot of value out of this. I'm debating on doing my videos like this for a while now, giving you kind of like an ebook style video where I actually really go in depth and just kind of show you guys what you realistically will see, how I like to counter it, you know, such and such. So just, you know, let me know, man. And how you guys let me know is dropping a like on the video and just, you know, comment and let me know, of course. So anyways, that setup is take X, put them on an in route, smart route is in route. And now if it's like 2nd and 5 or something like that, or 2nd and 4 and you don't have a 10-yard out route or in route that you can make, just take X and put them on a curl, and that's going to be the same thing. So that's how I like to alternate between those. And you always want to motion this guy out. Now remember what I told you. You always want to look and see how many people are they blitzing at me. That's why I like to send 5 out every single time, because it lets me know, because if somebody comes in free, that means they're blitzing 6. So then I'll just probably block my running back next time, or I'll just know, like, okay, I got to make a quick read, you know? So anyways, most people, what they're going to do, they're going to press, and then they're going to shade over the top. So they're going to play a style of coverage like this. Now, I'm going to spy this guy just so I can have a tiny bit more time, because practice mode sheds are absolutely crazy. And I want to show you that deep read. So you basically look at X, and then what you're going to do is drift out the pocket, and you want to throw that guy open. Now, normally you want to try to possession catch it, and it's going to be tight coverage, okay? I'm not telling you it's going to be, you know, just burn him. But if you have a good matchup, he's going to burn him. But if you don't have a good matchup, what's going to happen is that cornerback is actually going to be able to keep up with them. And you basically just want to, like I said, you want to throw him open. You want to throw him up in here, and you're basically looking for a possession catch animation. So you're looking to get, you know, you see how I try to do it. Normally, they'll actually let you catch that. And that's pretty much what you're going to be looking for, right? Now, what if they start blitzing the house at me, bro? Okay, so like, what if, you know, because what's going to happen is he's going to touch this guy, which I'll show you here real quick, actually. So I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to snap the ball right here. So what's going to happen is they're going to try to touch that guy, and then a lot of times you see how he gets in free. Normally, this is the style of defense that you'll get. So to combat that, what I like to do is I'll say, okay, so sometimes I'll block my running back, right? So I'll take X, put him on a curl, and then from here, I'll take square, and I'll actually put him on a curl route, right? And I would actually lead that swing route. So let's go back to man coverage, and I'm going to show you why I like doing this, right? So I'm not going to be able to throw it. So let's, because what they're going to do, they're going to press, they're going to shade over the top, and then they're going to try to touch your lineman. So they're going to actually crash your line up. They're going to touch this lineman and try to get somebody free, right? So basically what you want to do, you want to take this guy, motion him, and then I'm going to try to do all this at once. So you want to come here, and then basically you'll be able to make a read. So what's going to end up happening is you want to read between X and square, basically. So let me see if I can try to make this make sense for you guys. So because I was using 2 controllers. But anyways, what they're going to do, they're going to touch this guy, right? Or they're going to try to. And you can tell since we block our running back, that's completely fine. We're not going to get instantly hollered at, right? So what the user's going to do here is they're going to be chilling right here. So you see already how we're going to kind of make them choose. Basically what we're going to do is they're going to most likely going to be here, and they're going to run and try to guard this crosser, right? So what you can tell is this crosser, of course, is going to get open. And a lot of times what's going to happen too is that we can have this low ball. Now, the only thing I hate is that, like, when you block your running back, so the person responsible for the running back is this guy. When you block, when the DB realizes that the running back is blocked, what's going to happen is that he's guys just going to go out in coverage and just cover. I don't like that, you know, so that's why normally I like to send 5 out versus man coverage and just make a read before the pressure gets there, because I hate that, because a lot of times this will give you a lot of trouble because they just do like so much random stuff that it almost just feels like it's better just to make the running back go out. But anyways, what I was trying to explain is that you have a 2-way read, or three-way read. So if the user is favoring this tight end, you'd want to throw this ball, this curl route, you'd want to throw it right off the break. So basically you'd want to boom, throw that down. You want a low ball, and I promise you they will not let this guy make a play on it. I promise you, which I'm going to show you that here right now. And normally you're going to have that every single time because the user is not going to want to worry about that. I promise you. So anyways, let me kind of show you this right here. Now I'm actually going to just leave him blitzing, just to kind of show you, like, you know, what to expect. So X on a curl. I like to take a square, put him on a curl. Excuse me. I like to block my running back if I know that they're like sending 6 at me. Then I'll take this guy, send him out, and then basically what I wanted to show you is that square, you can have that. I promise you can, especially if they're shading over the top. You're going to have that every single time. Literally every single time. Curl routes are designed to beat man coverage. So again, I'm going to show you the other side curl. So let's say they were favoring the tight end, right? So I'm going to kind of put him here, hopefully. Will he stay there? Nah, it's cool. So let's say they were favoring the receiver side, right? So if they got tired of that, I'm going to block my running back right here. Right, so if they were favoring that square side a lot, so I would actually come here, and you could throw that. You see, that's J. Alexander. He's lighting up, but they actually will not let him play that because they shaded over the top. So that's how I love to make that quick reads like that. Now, as a mix-up too, last thing I'll talk about in this video, as a mix-up, what I like to do is actually take X. I still put him on a curl route, but then I'll take circle, put him on a curl route, and I'm going to motion him out as if it's going to be the crosser play. So that's another variation that I like. So basically square can get open, but what you'll be able to notice is that circle is going to do a great job of getting open. So it's just really going to make it tough. Now this setup is really good if they have a really great user. This is a setup that I really love. Why? Because the spacing between these curl routes. Because look at the curl routes. There is no way a user will be able to lurk you with this much distance. I mean, I ain't gonna say no way, but you'd have to throw it. You'd have to get lurked really bad for, you know, a user to be right here and then, you know, bait you into throwing that and still pick you off, because that is a lot of distance to cover in Madden 22. So that's why I do like this little concept, because, you know, it's gonna make the user just have to think a lot. And anytime you got the user thinking a lot, you're gonna be good. And here you could tell you could possibly still throw that open. So it's just a lot of cool things you can do out of this. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.